I'm Honorable Michael K. Pope, and I'm a circuit judge. I'm responsible for making important decisions that affect people's lives. I make decisions concerning criminal matters, which involve serious crimes, which are called felonies, meaning that they are punishable by over a year in prison. Sometimes in those cases, I have to determine the guilt or innocence of a person, but oftentimes a jury does that, a jury of their peers. More often in those cases, I'm deciding sentences. That is, I have to decide whether a person should go to jail, prison, or probation, or a combination of those things. I also handle civil and family matters. That is, I handle matters involving divorces or custody. I also handle matters involving contracts and personal injury and deciding disputes between adults as to damages, meaning money most of the times. Before I had this position, I went to school for medicine. I, of course, graduated from high school, and I had to do well in school to get into a good college. I attended Alma College, which is a general liberal arts school in the middle of Michigan, and I studied just general studies for the first year, but then decided that I wanted to be a doctor. So I decided to begin a pre-med program. That program required me to take a lot of science classes like biology and chemistry and molecular biology and those sorts of things. And about my junior year of college, I decided I wanted to actually become a lawyer. So I changed my study from pre-med to pre-law. Pre-law required me to change my courses as well. No more science. Instead, I was focusing more on history, English, reading, those sorts of things. Once I graduated from college, I then had to go to law school. And the law school I had to attend was 3 years in duration, and that was the University of Detroit. And at the end of that, I obtained a Juris Doctorate. During my schooling years, I was fortunate to work as a certified nurse's assistant, meaning I was taking care of elderly and sick persons in the nursing home, which was very rewarding. The most rewarding part of being a judge is helping make people's lives better. As I indicated earlier, I make decisions in criminal cases and oftentimes have to sentence people for some very serious crimes. But I also recognize that those people at some point will return to our society, and I have to make sure that I give them the tools so that they can be better people in their community. So oftentimes I have them undergo treatment for things that are affecting their lives, primarily alcohol or substance abuse. I also have them do counseling in case they have any mental health issues that they have to deal with. I also want them to take care of their own physical health so that they can be healthy and vibrant. I also want them to work because working is important, and that's what gives us purpose in our lives. I also have to make sure that they have adequate housing, places where they can live so that they can work and take care of families oftentimes. In civil matters and family matters, I try to do the best to make families move on from some traumatic events. I try to be even and fair in how they each are awarded their property. Also, I'm focused on the children and making sure that children have the best lives that they can have, oftentimes in broken families. With respect to the other civil disputes between adults, I try to do the best to make a fair and just decision, primarily to put an end to the dispute so that the parties are then able to move on and live their lives and not have to worry about whatever it was that brought them to court, because that's been taken care of and decided. One thing I wish people knew about judges is we are people too. Oftentimes when I sit on the bench, I have to be stoic. That is, I have to sit without expression because I don't want to give the parties in the courtroom or persons that are watching it any indication as to what I'm thinking or how I'm feeling, because I want to listen intently to what everyone has to say so that I can make a fair and just decision for persons. But that doesn't mean I don't have emotions. So I certainly have emotions while I sit there. I have emotions that at times make me want to laugh, at other times make me want to cry. And at times I'm nervous because I'm in a group of people. but we are people, and I certainly show what kind of person I am when I'm away from being a judge. That is, I spend most of my day working as a judge, but in the evenings I enjoy to do fun things like going camping, fishing, four-wheeling. I like to be with family. I go out to dinner. And I also get an opportunity at that point to express my emotions. So at times I do laugh, and at times I do cry. And of course, I do all the other things that we like to do when we're with family and friends. I like to watch sports, and I root for my favorite teams. So judges are people too, even though when you're in court, you may not get that perception.